great learning experience.
Really fun.
It's a very central part to building one's community.
Passion, give back to the community.
With coronavirus and quarantine, it is very hard to find the motivation to volunteer because we cannot come together and know which parts of our community need help. But we all know that now more than ever, a lot of people are in need, and so we need to work together.
I have been volunteering with the local church to cook and serve food for the local homeless shelters in Portland for 5 years now.
So for me, I began community service as just something that I like to do as like maybe just a hobby, and that's how I kind of viewed it. But then as I got into community service, I realized the essence of it really is just about helping someone out, making someone's day just a little bit better.
When I was in second grade, I immigrated to the United States not knowing any English. Through various library volunteer programs, I was able to pick up the language and catch up to my classmates. This experience influenced me to give back to my community.
I'm involved in service in the community through work at OMSI's Teen Science Alliance program and also at Rosehaven, which is a nonprofit shelter located in downtown Portland that serves women and children facing houselessness and domestic abuse.
Most of my hours from this project came from teaching under YouthLink. I taught English language arts, Python programming, and Japanese.
That I can help others discover their passion while doing what I love, and it showed me how I can be a role model to other young kids in just a matter of minutes.
One of the works I'm proudest of is my work with Oregon My School Votes, which was a student-led organization led by women of color like me to help register other young people like me to vote.
And I devoted a large majority of my volunteer hours at a nonprofit called Flamingo, which is a financial literacy organization.
So the two major activities, volunteer activities that I participated in was first that I taught Java, a computer science language. The other activity I did was teacher assistanting for a local Chinese class.
Service to me is about being the change that you want to see in your own community. There's so many ways that we can give back to our communities, from donating our time to sharing our skills and to our passions.
Okay, so my favorite part about volunteer was volunteering at the youth peer court. It was really fun looking at peers and helping them out.
Even though I was not able to volunteer a lot in person this year, I still wanted to follow my passion in public services through helping teach students, facilitating webinars, and also moderating for events.
So I co-founded a volunteer group that later became a nonprofit organization that empowers young musicians and artists to serve their community. And we provide community concerts at senior living communities and accessible art education to the underserved and low-income students.
First, I participated in the Youth Leadership Academy. It was a program designed to teach the youth and use their power to help their communities. What I did was create multiple social media posts and spread awareness about the intersectionality between sustainability and fashion.
I've learned a lot about both myself and the importance of building community, because especially in these times of need, there's a lot of people in need, and by making sure that they're able to get through these difficult times, ensure that our entire community can thrive together in the future.
And I am the founder of Let's Peer Up, which is a nonprofit organization which is advocating for people with disabilities. Currently, we are working with the City of Beaverton to reinstate the Disabilities Advisory Board, which will help about 20,000 people in Beaverton.
I see volunteering as a way to give back to the community, make new friends, and really benefit your own life.
The two volunteering experiences which I participated in were the OHSU Science Ambassadors Program and the Tech for Girls program. And in both of these programs, my main value was in education. So to me, volunteering is a lot about taking the advantages that I have and using those to create more opportunities for those who are in need.
Perhaps the greatest achievement in my volunteering for this year is my teaching of elementary and middle school students on how to do History Bowl. History Bowl is
my dream is, get all these other students to be motivated to learn computer science, because when I was in 7th grade, I really wanted to learn about computer science, but I couldn't, and because of this class, I was able to learn computer science, and I got really involved in it.
I'm part of Let's Peer Up, a nonprofit organization
advocating for people with disabilities. Some of my volunteer work: bake sales, winter drives, and Christmas baskets. Volunteering makes me happy because I know I'm helping someone in
I want
need.
to say volunteering is a good experience, and earlier this year, for example, I grouped up with some friends and we started teaching math to elementary schoolers. And at first I thought, yeah, this was gonna be boring and all, but it isn't really a teaching experience. It's also a learning experience for me. And
This year I did multiple volunteer activities such as teaching, math, and cybersecurity.
School and community service for me has been really important because when I first came to the United States, I received tons of help, and it's really meaningful for me. And so ever since I have the ability to give back, I've always wanted to. And
And I'm an
I immigrated to the United States not knowing any language. Oh no, oh my god.
Volunteering during this time is especially important